Hello, people of YouTube again. This is the page again with the part 1 of the interview of a 5-part series that I'm going to do on the series of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Now, I don't have I have the book, but I don't want to use the artwork because like I said in my previous beginning, that these are all just going to be me talking about it. Okay, part 1 of the Percy Jackson books. The first one's called The Lightning Thief, and it's about this guy named Percy Jackson, of course, and someone thinks that he's the Lightning Thief, which is Zeus, of course, because he's the god of thunder, and he has a big thunderbolt. That's another 007 movie, which is kind of funny, / book, named Thunderbolt, and I will be covering those in the future as well. Heads up. For those who like James Bond, which I really do like, ever since 3rd grade. Okay, but to the interview. So, what can I say about the book? It's very long, but very entertaining. My suggestion to some people out there that want to read this book, don't actually buy the book unless you're planning to read it, because it's so long. You may just want to go to the audiobook. And, yeah, that's what I had to do. I read the book, or books, and, they were just very long, and so I had to get them on audio. And I didn't mind, didn't care. They're the same thing. Audio is the same thing as a book. You're just, someone's reading it to you versus you having to sit there and stare at words like this. Yeah. Yeah, that was my impression of you just staring at words all day long. So pretty much it's Greek mythology. Really what it is the writer took Harry Potter and a Greek hero and kind of smashed them together and made Percy Jackson. And then he finds out that he's the son of Poseidon, and, I won't get into much detail, but I'll give you the summary, because that's what I do. That's the whole purpose of these videos, as you can see. So, yeah, so he has a group of friends, which are the characters Annabeth Chase, Grover Underwood, and Clarice, she's the daughter of Ares, which is the god of war, and Annabeth is the daughter of, you guessed it, Athena, kind of close together. And, funny, huh? And later on in the book series, she actually mentions Odysseus in later on in one of the book series. But here's the crazy thing. In the book series, he's fought every single Greek god and Greek hero there is except Odysseus. Like, he's not even in this. It's kind of strange. Because as you can see in the previous video, you can check it out in my channel, about Odysseus. I go into great detail about who he is. But he's not even in the Percy Jackson series, which is strange. But all the rest of them are, that you can think of. Think of any Greek hero and Greek god, and they're in there. Of course, not all of them. Maybe he just wasn't trying to do all of it at the same time. Maybe it was just something different. Who knows? Of course, like all great writers, you're not trying to be like somebody else. And when I make these videos, I just want to clarify one thing. I am not trying to be like somebody else. This is my own thing. I started this channel, a couple of months back, and I hope y'all like this and hit the like button. And subscribe, please, if you want to, because I promise I'll be making more of these videos. And this is still part 1 of the interview that I'm going to do. And very soon I'll be coming out with part 2. Now, I don't have, like other people that tell people that when there's going to be another video, I don't do that, because I don't even know when I make these videos. I just randomly make them. At random times. So, when you see them, you see them. So, okay. Back to... So, the book series is great. I would recommend them all. If you don't like Harry Potter, if you want something that's like Harry Potter, great. Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief and the Percy Jackson series is your thing. But if you don't like Greek mythology, like I previously said in my videos, it's still a good story. It's still, like I said, these stories have been around for a long time, and they still are good. Still, to this day. You like my Homer shirt? Yeah. Don't! And yes, I will be making that, I promise you I will be making that, video about different impressions, which I will do after I'm done with this part 5 series, because I'll be covering every single book in the series of a short review, or interview, whatever you want to call it, opinion, whatever, whatever. Okay, hang on, lost my train of thought here. Okay, so pretty much every Greek god and every Greek hero is in this book, except one. Maybe he'll come later. And before I go and end this video, because I just don't want to go into great detail, because I'm just giving the summary, and I just don't want to have to give the whole book away. And before I go, I'm going to go into great detail. There's another one out. Well, the first one was called Heroes of Olympus. The second one was called Son of Neptune, and then now this one is called The House of Hades, and now the newest one is called The New Blood. Or no, not The New Blood. That's something else. Sorry. The Blood of Olympus. Now, I have this on audio. And it's just that I thought it was going to be cool. But here's the thing. Percy's supposed to be in it, but it's about several different characters, and I get where he was going with it. Here's the problem, though. It was lame. It was the lamest thing I ever read. I couldn't even finish it. I started finishing it, and I got into it, and then something happened, and I lost interest, and it got so lame. Then I went back to my previous books. And because I like these books, I'm going to re-listen to them. And I definitely recommend them. This is the page saying that if you're going to pick a book, my advice is don't be like those people that just fall for what people tell you to read. Find a book that you like in a book series and read it, and then just keep going. For me, it was Metal Gear Solid, because it was a game, this series, and then now the classic. The third one is the classics like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which I recommend. It's a good book because he's got a dual personality, and I will be covering that book too. Just had that idea, covering that book. And so, this is a page giving you people advice who like books. Find a book that you like, and I know that there's literature teachers out there that tell you to read this book and this book. Listen, don't listen to them. Find a book you like, read it, and like it, and if you like the series, go on. For once, judge a book by its cover. You're not supposed to, but sometimes, some books, just because it says it's great, and my advice is, if the first page sucks, and you're not interested in the plot, it's not that great, and you just don't like the writer, or just the way he writes, then the entire book is going to suck. This is the page saying, for once, judge a book by its cover, because sometimes it looks good and then it's actually bad. And this is the end of part 1 of the book review series that I'm going to do. This is the page saying thank you guys so much for subscribing and hitting the like button, and I will get back to you with another interview on part 2 of the Sea of Monsters. Peace.